We will see where we're at with that. So we are, I believe we are live. Yes, sir. We are live. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So here we are. This is Bitcoin, guys. All right. This is what's happening right now, right? 3 minute chart. This is the 3 minute chart for Bitcoin. Let me move my little screen over here. Bam. The optimal entry point here, if we jump down to the 15 minute, right, is when we came down to this point of control for the daily range. Came back here, as you guys can see, had a massive bounce from there. Big rally up, regained the VWAP, got above the value area high of the range, reclaimed the daily pivot. Very, very bullish. And as you can see, we had a big move, but I missed my optimal entry point. The optimal entry point was down here. I was willing to jump in here closer to this daily pivot, but as you can see, I've already kind of missed that entry point as I was setting up the live. I didn't jump into the trade first because I wanted to jump into trade live, but it's taking off right now as we speak. Look at this thing on the 5 minute, just completely taking off here. As you can see on the 5 minute, where we bounced off of this daily pivot and we went right back up here. So huge move right here. Not a huge move, but a huge trade opportunity, right? Because we're bouncing from here. Let's say we go all the way up to the daily open. That's 0.63%, but with some leverage, that's literally a few percentages that you can get there with Bitcoin. So it'd be a pretty good trade overall. Guys, if you want to watch the entire show, better quality with the whole thing, you can definitely go check it out on the tubes, right? On the red tubes over there. And Blockchain Crusader, go check it out. I'm live over there as well. I will prioritize your questions if you're over there. So definitely appreciate you guys jumping over there and checking me out. So let's see let's go look at the crypto markets in general, right? The crypto bubbles. Let's see what the crypto bubbles are saying right now. Everything is in the green. Bitcoin is up almost a full percent. Everything else is Ethereum is up 2%, right? Everything is kind of green right now, kind of green. Bucky, thank you for smashing those likes. Greatly appreciate you smashing those likes, man. Appreciate it. So make sure that let's get 1,000 likes. Let's get 5,000 likes, and I'll cover whatever questions you guys want as well. We're gonna cover some TA here from some different cryptos: Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, ICP, and a few others, and then we can dive into whatever other. Render up 24%. Look at this bad boy. I dropped my price prediction on just like 2 days ago, and now we're up 24% on Render. Let's freaking go. I'll pull this up here real quick. You guys can see it. So right over here, Render price prediction dropped at about 2 days ago, or not even 2 days ago, a day ago. And right now, Render is popping. Let me see if I can bring this up. Yep, on the day, 24.3%. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. That's a huge move. Greatly appreciate everybody watching on the tubes. Greatly appreciate all of you guys. Smash those likes. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you drop your questions. I will be prioritizing your questions over there. So let's jump. Oh man, look at this Bitcoin trade, man. I can't believe I missed this entry point. Jeez, man. Should have been faster setting up the live. Should have just jumped into the trade first. Man, oh man, but it's okay. There's always going to be another trade. That's the good thing about trading. There's always going to be another trade. Thoughts on meme combat? I've never heard of it, so I can't give you any thoughts on that. Let's see, you guys. No property. Thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. Buck T, thank you for smashing those likes. Somebody said I need guide on how to get started. Buck T, if you need help getting started, man, jump into my bio and jump into my community. I can give you some more attention on what's going on over there. All right, Tim Jones Crypto says I entered long on Ondo about an hour ago. Let's freaking go, dude. Ondo has been ripping, dude. Ondo, look at this thing. Let's go to CoinMarketCap here real quick. We'll do some TA on it as well. So Ondo, I hold a small bag of Ondo. I think it's very bullish, up 29% in the day as well. As you guys can check it out, up 29% here on the day. Huge move for Ondo, dude. I mean, I'm pretty bullish on this thing. Up 62% in the last 7 days, up 90% in the last month. So let's jump over to the charts again and let's look at Ondo here. So wait, I don't think I have a chart set up. So I'll do a quick chart session here for Ondo. Jump on over to, let's see what, Binance. That's fine. Look at this thing, up 42 cents, baby. Let's freaking go. I got in at around what, in the 20 something cent area. That's where I got in. I got in. This thing's been ripping today. Jeez, this is the 5 minute. All right, let's jump out to the daily. You know how we do it here. Let me bring my chart over here. So here we go. Let's see. Can go back as far as January. Binance is not a good one. Then let's see where can I get the most KuCoin. Well, I gotta have more history than that. Mexi, Bybit. There's no exchange with more than just literally a few weeks at most. I feel like this thing's been out longer than that. Unless I'm wrong, but I feel like it's been out way longer than that. Let me see. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. BitGet. Okay, BitGet's got it. BitGet. All right, cool. We got back all the way to November. Perfect. That's what I needed to see. All right, so let's get some ranges here. Let's go to where we at? January. So January 1st. Where's January 1st at? January 1st. Boom. All the way to the end of January. Get that monthly range. Bam. All right, we got that. Right now, as you guys can see, very simple TA here. Right, as you guys can see here, we're gonna chart out this range. All right, boom, boom. So right now, what happened with Ondo was in the month of January, right, we were ranging between 26 cents and as low as 22 cents. And what did we do? We bounced off this value area low and had a massive rip here on the last week or so. Right, massive bounce to the upside, hit the value area high. We wicked above it all the way as far as oh wait, this isn't Ondo. Jeez, bro, I'm just wasting my time here, huh? Come on, Ondo, Coinbase. Okay, as far as back as January 22nd. Okay, we're just gonna have to do some weekly ranges here. I can't find anything with larger time frame for Ondo for whatever reason. I don't. Okay. So let's jump down to, we're gonna have to do this by week. So very simple, very straightforward. Let's divvy up the weeks here. And this is it. So let's jump out to the daily. Let's jump down to the 4 hour actually, so we can get a little bit more candle action. Very first range we're gonna get from January 29th all the way to February 4th. Boom, that's a weekly range. Another weekly range. Oop. And bam. And now the developing weekly range. So Ondo has been ripping, right, to create new all times here. Let me get rid of all these vertical lines. But overall, this is what's happening right now for Ondo. So Ondo broke out of this weekly range high of 35 cents. So it's entering price discovery at 42 cents right now. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Entering price discovery, huge run up, right? We're getting an oversold and overbought signal here on Chart Prime. Market Cipher is kind of topping off on the momentum wave. Money flow still looking good though. VWAP kind of heading down. So if we jump down into the 15 minute, we jump down to the 15 minute. Let me turn this turn this range off here real quick. And let's look more at the daily levels here. So let's get the range for yesterday. We're well above that range. We're well above that range. Let's put that into a daily group. Daily, and yeah, let's put that into the daily as well. Let me turn off these larger stuff right here. Now let's jump out to the daily candles real quick. Get some points of resistance. So I'm gonna turn my magnet on. Previous day high, 37 cents. Previous day low. Daily open. Bam. Daily open. Doing this as fast as I can for you guys. Previous day low. This is how you get into a trade. You're trying to look for some of these levels here. I'll catch up here in a little bit, guys. I'm just charting this out here real quick for Ando, and then we'll keep on rocking and rolling. So, yeah. This is previous day high. So we're above that as well. And there's some more weekly levels that we can take a look at, but let's jump back down to the 15-minute here, and let's turn on these dailies, all these daily levels. Obviously, we're in price discovery right now. We're well above the VWAP. We're hyperextended past the second standard deviation of the VWAP here, which is this represented by this purple line. Let's see what the EMAs are looking like. Yeah, EMAs are looking very good right now. Let me turn off the VWAP. EMA is looking very good. I expect this thing to probably come back down to this 20 EMA line at 39 cents to retest before continuing moving upward. Let's turn back this other stuff, which also lines up all around this first standard deviation of the VWAP, which I wouldn't be surprised even if we come back down to the VWAP at 38 cents. Meanwhile, we stay above there. It's very bullish. But as you can see here on the 15-minute, completely overbought over here on chart prime. Reversal signal probably going to be printing pretty soon. Got a red dot on market cipher. So if you're in a long, if you jumped into a long down here at some point around 37 cents and I've been riding this thing up to 41 cents, I would be taking profits at this point. Not saying I would completely get out of my position, but I would at least take some profits on this trade, just for the simple fact that we're probably going to have some kind of pullback here in the near future here real soon. All right, let's check out something else. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Gary USDT long-term targets, please check. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Looks like the bottom is in for that coin. Currently, nice correction. Yeah, that's ONT. Yeah, my bad. I was able to figure that out. So, all right, let's go check out Gary USDT. Gary USDT. Let's look right here on OKX. Let me see, what is Gary? Because I'm not even familiar with Gary. Gary Network. What is this thing about? All right, it's $11 million market cap, so it's a really low market cap, almost a micro cap, basically a micro cap. Circulating supply, tokenomics, total supply, max supply. 37% circulating supply. All right, but what does this thing do? Largest Web3 live streaming platform. Unlock a world of live conversations, experts, insights, and Chingari, your ultimate platform for meaningful connections. It's based on Solana. Okay, so it's a live streaming platform on Solana. Okay. Oh, I've seen this thing. I have seen this thing. That's what it looks like. Live trading platform. Okay. partnered up with some pretty cool people. Very interesting. All right, so let's go look at the chart for Gary. Let's jump out here to the daily. Let's all right, here we are. All right. This thing's been out for quite a bit, which is good. That means we have a lot of trading information we can go based off of. Let's do some simple ranges here. Let's get the December range. December range. Bam. Get that monthly range. Get the range for January. Okay. Let's get the developing range for February. So as we can see here, this thing got rejected at the value area low from well, it didn't get rejected, but basically it broke above the value area low of January, right, with this green candle, hit the point of control, got rejected at the point of control from January, came back down, and this value area low for January did not hold, and we came right back down into the February range that is currently developing. So if we jump out more into a quarterly range, so let's see what the previous quarter 4 for this thing looks like. So let me turn these ranges off real quick, and we'll get the range for the quarter here in just a second. Quarterly. Okay, so bang. All right, if we look at the quarter 4 range, gives us a whole more of the story that's happening here, right? So we broke back into the quarter 4 range for 2023, and now we're kind of just we're right here at this 0.02 0.09 cent area, which is kind of a local bottom that we had back here, right? As you can see, a little local bottom before moving back up. So we had some support here around this level. All right, we had some support here. We bounced off this level twice before moving back up. That is what's holding the price right now. If that support is lost, then the point of control for the quarter 4 pivot of 2023 is going to be the next target, which is at 0.023. And if that is lost, then the value area low at 0.02 is the next target drop. And that is another 21% possible move, all the way as far as 31%. Is that a good dollar cost averaging or not? I don't know. I'm just giving you the quick TA here on what is happening. If we do a range for a developing quarter range here for January through February right now, we're below that, which is very bearish, right? Very bearish to be below that. We're dropping below. We're also creating this, look at this trend line here. I don't use a lot of trend lines, but you can clearly see that we are definitely having downward selling pressure from this local top. We just had, this is a higher low than this, right? A lower high, I mean. See, we have a high, lower high, another lower high, another lower high. We tried to break it above here to a new higher high, got rejected, came right back down. So the downward trend is still intact. It didn't pass the retest confirmation test here, so we're still heading down. Could have some more downward pressure for sure on Gary token. So that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know. Not trying to break anybody's dreams or anything, but that's just what I'm seeing right now. Greatly appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes. Tap that screen. Let's get in there. If you want to see the whole thing in a way better, definitely go check it out on the tubes. Blockchain Crusader over there in the tubes. I'm live over there. You can ask your questions there as well, and you will be prioritized. Yeah, just trying to get trying to be everywhere at the same time, right? So let's also take a look here at, let's see. Oh man, I can't look at my little portfolio thing. So come on. Bitcoin market cap. Okay. Bitcoin, Ethereum is up 2%. Ethereum trying to regain that $3,000 level. Solana still holding out that 104. That 104 was massive resistance before we broke above it, and now we're hoping that that holds as support. If not, we're probably going to be heading into the lower. We're going to break below $100 for Solana. Let's see what else. What else? Let's take a look. Puddles, what's going on, man? Puddles, I greatly appreciate, man. You've been destroying those trades that you've been posting, man. You've been destroying those trades. Look at this guy. This guy posts his trades in here in our Discord, and he's just smashing it. Where is the there it is. Look, give you a little shout out. Bang. 91% trade for Puddles. Check, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy's learning a thing or two. So let's go back to the charts. Let's take a look at let's take a look at LCX here. So LCX, right, came back down here. Yeah, came back down to this point of 25 cents. A little bit lower than that. Is having a bounce today off of it. So that's good. You know, obviously we need to get back above this point of control, get back above 28 cents. Right now we kind of have this downward pressure as well here, as you can see this trend line. All right, we're like right here right now, where there is downward trend for LCX. But meanwhile, we hold above this point of control. Not the point of control, this support area of 25 cents. Hopefully we can break this downward trend and turn that back around. If not, we're going to potentially come a little bit lower here to the 20-cent level once again. If 23 cents is lost, then my next target is going to be 20 cents for LCX. Let's look at Caspa. Let's see how Caspa is doing. First, let's take a look at Solana. I already saw the chart. The chart was right there. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3 Z's. Let's see what's happening here. This is the range for January. Let's see what's happening here. So we've retested the value area low, as you guys can see here. The value area high, I say, for January. We retested it right here. We're holding right above that needs to hold, which is that $104. I told you it was a lot of resistance. We finally broke above it. If this continues to hold that support, which I think it could, unless the market, the overall market in general goes very bearish, I think we can continue going. We'll probably have a bounce here and go back up. And then we're going to have to battle 110. 110 was also some pretty decent resistance. But overall, Solana is still holding up here. Meanwhile, once we lose 104, then we're going to be dropping down to $98, potentially as low as 95 to 90. So that's what I'm looking for Solana. Let's look at Agix. See how Agix is doing right now. Let me get rid of this trend line that no longer applies here. Let me see, got to update my chart here. All right, perfect. All right, here it is. So we broke out of the January range, right, which was $37. We went as high as 43. Got rejected there at this little local high. As you can see, there's a kind of resistance right here from back over here. All right, boom. We hit that target price. We can see how we got rejected here the first time. It's not the very first time we get rejected there, but I'm just putting the point there for now. We wicked up here previously, got rejected. Now we came back all the way up again. We wicked above it, got rejected at 41.96 again, came back down, and now we're retesting the value area high for January as well. Very similar to what Solana's doing, right? Retesting the January value area high. That happening, if it doesn't hold, which it doesn't seem like it's holding right now, we're possibly going to be heading down to $35 for the point of control. And if that is lost, then the next point here I'm going to be looking for is, let me turn these quarterly pivots off. Is this local bottom of 33, and then we go as low as 30 if things turn out to be, worst case scenario. That would be a drop of about 3% for the point of control, which is no big deal. The local bottom over here is 11, and the value area low is 16%, about 15% drop for AVAX, which I would welcome more than anything. I want the altcoins to dump. I want the altcoins to dump hard so I can reaccumulate a lot more crypto. Let me see how is Bitcoin doing right now. Let me jump on over here. Jump down to the 15-minute. Let me move this. Open this up. Oh yeah, look. We on the 5-minute, we had this nice little bounce, hit this standard deviation of the VWAP, got rejected hard, and have been coming down since then. Fell back into the range. So we broke this this uptrend that we were building here. As you can see, there was an uptrend being built right here. We've broken that trend. Possibly going to be coming for a reconfirmation of that trend break, right? Maybe coming pump up of the 51,627. Right now we're below the VWAP, which is a green line. You can barely see it here. It's right here. All right, we're right below that. We might be able to retest this level, 51,612, just to see if we the trend line. But give or take, I probably don't see that happening so far, as we are already getting wicked rejected from the VWAP. So it looks like we're going to be heading a little bit lower here to some lower standard deviations of the VWAP. So looking down for 51,282 right now. And then if that's lost, the point of control, which is what we bounced off initially, 51,103. Those are the targets right now. But we'll see. We'll see what this retest looks like, and we'll see if we just keep dropping down from there. Do you have a strategy for front running trades? So I don't front run any trades like that. I don't, I just take it level by level, right? That's how I was taught to trade. Shout out to CVO. So I just try to keep it very simple, very straightforward. Just look at what's happening, look at the levels, right? And this trade, right? This drop down here happened earlier this morning or sometime throughout the night. So, it's one of those things where whenever you get on here, you should I set up my charts the day before. I get them prepared. I usually, don't worry about it too much because I'm not going to be trading overnight or anything like that. Sometimes I might jump into a trade late at night, but outside of that, I just look at the levels when I get on the computer. I see what's happening. I'm like, okay, this is a good entry point. This is a point too long. This is a point too short, and just take it there. I don't try to front run things, because if you try to front run a trade and you're trying to, predict what it's going to happen before it happens, just off, estimations, because you have some type of bias, maybe it'll work out for you. Maybe you'll get a good pump out of it. But that's just not good risk management. So I tend not to do that. But, you got to do whatever works for you, right? You got to do whatever works for you. Let's see. Fetch, Jasmine, IMX, LCX opinions. Yeah, Jordan. So Fetch, right? Fetch has been doing really well. I think it just had a really good pump. Jasmine had a really good pump too. Yeah, Fetch AI is up 18% just today. Up 75% the last week. So huge move here for Fetch AI, up 106% in the last month. If we look at Jasmine is up another 21% today. Is up 165% the last 7 days, and up 237% the last month. This thing has got the pumponomics, right? The pumponomics for sure. It's got good circulating supply. It's all out there, so it's not going to be, dumping on anybody or anything. But, pumponomics, man. Pumponomics. I have no idea what makes this thing pump so much, but it loves to pump. Check out good old GRT. Let's see, where's GRT at right now? GRT is up 18%, 19% today. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. Another one pumping today. Let's see what's at the last 7 days, 58%. Last month, 100%. Let's freaking go. I mean, dude, whoever thinks that we're not in the bull market, they're sleeping, bro. They're gonna miss the bull market because we're in it right now. We are in it right now. So if you don't think we're in the bull market, I don't know what to tell you. So in the last 7 days, the biggest runners, Worldcoin at 176%, Jasmine number 2 at 171%, Singularity Net 127%, Fetch AI 75%, the Graph at 58%, Scicoin, SIA, not the SEI, but SIA coin, 51%, Render up 54%, Casper up 21%, Rweave, HBAR, Filecoin, all these things have been massively pumping in the last week. So I'm telling you, if you don't think we're in the bull market, you're going to miss it. In the last 24 hours, the biggest gainer has been Singularity Net, then WorldCoin at 39%. Third is Jasmine. Fourth is Render. Fifth is the Graph. So you're seeing a lot of AI coins pumping here real hard. Obviously, not Jasmine, but Singularity, WorldCoin. The Graph is considered one of those AI coins as well. Yeah, everything is going in waves, right? Everything's taking its turn before pumping. So things are performing very well. If you look back on the 7 days, the 30 days, the 60 days, look at that, hundreds and hundreds of percent. This is what I'm talking about when I talk to the XRP community about, like, you guys are just missing out on all these massive gains because you keep holding on to this token that is not doing absolutely anything. It's not freaking moving at all. So, RIP to the XRP community. It is what it is. They'll continue holding their guys. If you guys want to check it out here, I'm live right over here. Go check it out. Greatly appreciate it. And if you're not following me on the what you call it, where is it? Where's my yeah, here it is. If you're not following me over here, go check me out over here as well at BeatChain Crusader. Go check it out. Let's look at some DeFi stuff. Let's look at some other stuff that I've been looking at here. So, but first, let's look at Axgt, a DeFi project, is at 58 mil market cap right now. It's down 10% in the last 24 hours. And we have let's do a little range profile here. Where's my range tool? Range. Boom, chakalaka. All right, February 16th. Oh, this is the 1 hour. Let's jump into the daily here. So let's just get from here to here. These last couple of days, jump down to the 4 hour. Value area high being at 0.07. Value area low being at 0.057 right now. We're right above that, which is good. As you can see, we're also creating a little bit of an upward trend here. Which is very good. Jump down to the 1 hour. We're below the value area low for sure on this range, which is not great. But I think we're making our way back up. We're consolidating here. As you guys can see, we've had a massive run. And now we're having some sideways consolidation, building support in this 58 to 60 something thousand, 58 to 60 million market cap. So AGXT, if you haven't checked that out, take a deeper look at it, do some research, look it up. It's in the DeFi sector. Obviously, I'm not telling you to go buy this thing or anything. I'm just letting you guys know something that I've been looking at. Let's look at some DeFi here. So DeFi options, right? People want to know how to make money. And, you got to make your money work for you in crypto. And DeFi is one of those things that is very profitable if you know how to do it properly. So I know everybody just likes the dollar cost average, which is great. There's something wrong with that. But as you can see here, we have a pool on, this is Trader Joe. This is on AVAX ecosystem with AVAX and USD, right? Volume 14 million in volume in the last 24 hours. Liquidity 7.2 million, and we got it's collected $29,000 fees. So when you provide liquidity to this pool, what you're doing is you're providing a service to this pool, right? You're putting up money so that people can buy and sell AVAX and USD and USDC. And out of all the fees that are being collected, you're getting a percentage of that. The APR, not APY, APR, which means it's not compounding, the last 24 hours is 150% on that, which is huge. But at the same time, that's a little misleading because 150% is only possible if you have a very strict range, right? And now we're going to be talking about ranges here, which might be a little bit confusing. But ranges, this range, what it means is that if the minimum price that you're going to be collecting fees on is if AVAX is at $36.85, if it goes below that, you will get hit with impermanent loss and you will get liquidated to USDC or AVAX. I forget which one. And then the max price is $37.60. If it pumps above that, then you get impermanent loss again, and you get liquidated and you fall out of the range. So being stuck in this very small range pays you a very high APR of 150%. But then the question becomes, how long is it going to actually stay in that price range before you get liquidated to one side or the other and you get kicked out of the pool, right? So I believe that the longer you're in the pool, the longer you're collecting fees without getting liquidated in one direction or the other, the more bullish it is. Obviously, you're going to be collecting less APY on it, but regardless, I think it's very intriguing. So let's take another look at one in another ecosystem. Let's look at SUI. So over here on SUI, right, we have another pool, SUI and USDC, right, 136% right now. But look at the range is between $1.40 and $2, which is actually a pretty big range. So it's actually not that bad. If we jump over to the chart and check out SUI, let's see if we have a chart for SUI here. I think I do. Do I not have a chart for SUI? That's strange. No, I guess I don't. I thought I did. Let me look up SUI right here. All right. So let's do some ranges. All right, let's do this is February. Oh, this is a 5-minute. No wonder. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I did have a chart. The chart's already here. Perfect. So the top of this range has been $1.92 for February, right? This is the developing February range. And then the bottom range for January is 73 cents. Are we going to go as low as that? I don't think so. That is a huge drop from where we're at right now. That is going to be a 55% drop. Yeah, I don't see that happening unless the market completely tanks. So I would probably be putting my range, right? My range at somewhere between, to get some decent APY, between $1.26 and the $2 range. So if we go back over here to SUI, between $1.26, put $1.25 and $2.25, that's still an 88% APY, which is huge. 88% APY, or APR, I should say. Sorry, APR. It is huge. And then you obviously have to deposit 48% of the. You have to break up your the money, the capital you're putting up for the thing. It has to be divided between both assets. So 49% is going to be SUI. 50.2% will be USDC. You deposit that, and then you're collecting fees. So what are the fees on this thing looking like? Well, let's actually go back here. So, which is this pool right here. So 122%, liquidity is $105. Volume is $52,000. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Where is SUI USDC? Okay, SUI USDC is right here. Liquidity is 5 million. 24-hour volume is 4.9, practically 5 million as well. And that's the fee. The fee tier is 0.3%, which is pretty good. And the APY is 136, but it's only 136 if you get the range that they are putting you here between $1.40 and $2. But $1.40 puts us right. which is not terrible range. It puts us right below the value area low for February. I mean, if we dump out of there, which is a, let's see, what how big of a move is that? It's a 17% move to the downside, 16% move to the downside, which is not a terrible range. So 136% is also doable. I would think I would take that risk. And if you get liquidated to the downside, you get SUI. You get liquidated to the upside, you get USDC. So it's definitely not a terrible trade off at all. Guys, smash those likes, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We're looking at some DeFi plays. We're looking at some, just explaining what DeFi is, how it works, pool liquidity, all these things, and how it's just a different term, a different way of making money. And right now, these APYs are really good because there's just isn't that many people doing DeFi. DeFi has not had a central point right here. Here's another pool. This is Osmosis, which is on the Cosmos ecosystem. So Osmosis, which is their native token, right, and USDC. Volumes got 4.8 million. Liquidity is 1.3 million. Last 7 days on fees is $15,000. The APR is 63%. There's a 229% between Osmosis and Atom. Atom is the native token of the entire ecosystem, and Osmosis is of this blockchain here, of this DEX. So between them two, they got trading volume is 3.3 million and liquidity is 325. So it's less money is being put in here right now. But 7 days fees is 0%. That's weird. I haven't really seen something like that. That might be outdated or something for some reason. That's strange. Dimension token and USDC. ETH and Osmosis 146%. ETH and Osmosis is 147% right now of APR. Decent liquidity. Osmosis and Atom over here in the supercharged. $7,000 collected in fees in the last 7 days. 35% APR. Not bad. TIA and Osmosis. Not bad at all. I mean, different blockchains provide different liquidity. There's always different opportunities. For sure. So if you guys are interested in more DeFi stuff, definitely let me know. We'll cover some more of that. I'm planning on putting in some where the Trader Joe is. So I'm definitely planning on putting some money into AVAX and USDC and start running that pool with a wider range than this, for sure. A wider range, and definitely going to be keeping you guys updated on that once that's done. I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated on how that pool is going and how much it's generating. I plan on putting like maybe $2,000 in total, $1,000 on each side, and seeing how it goes. Hey, just woke up to AMP spiking up. What's your opinion on this trend? So AMP is one that people were very amped about in the last bull run. I always forget what it is that it does right now. I think it has something to do with gaming or something like that. What is this thing? Decentralized protocol as a service. AMP is this digital crowd, instant verifiable assurances of value transfer. Use AMP networks like Flexa. Launched in 2020. Yeah, people were super amped about this thing. Why can't I remember what this thing does right now? New era digital money, collateralized protocol on-chain credit. Okay, so it's not about gaming. Oops, I was thinking about something else. Oh, I was thinking about VRA. That's what I was thinking about. What I was talking about. So let's see. What is AMP? AMP is up at 29% right now. Huge pump for AMP. Let's see the last 7 days, 40%, 53% the last month. So really good move. Circulating supply, 42%. Circulating supply, 42%. Let's see. What else? So let's look at some charts here for AMP. Big wake up. Oof, big wake up. So, okay. Let's look at some decent ranges here for December. Let's get the December range. Pretty much probably going to be very similar to the January range. So December 1st all the way to the 31st. Come on, where you at? Here you go. Very tight range. Very, very tight range. The range for January. So it's similarly tight range. So this is what's happening here, right? If you were tracking this price action, this is what happened. We had a range with a value area high of 0.0042, right, for December. In January, we had a tighter, a smaller range between 0.003 and 0.0037. So what happened was in February, on about, what is this, February 18th, right, just a few days ago, we broke above this value area high, as you guys can see right here. We broke above, let me use this tool instead. Come on, here we go. We broke above that value area high, as you guys can see, and then that pushed us into the range, right, into the range from December. We broke above that point of control. We went towards the value area high for December, which is 0.0042, and broke above that and today. So we broke above that today and just had a massive, price discovery moment here. Not so much price discovery because we've already been at these levels before in the past, but just huge range. So the last time we were up at these levels was back in March of 2023. If we, let's see what some ranges up here look like. So let's get the February range of 2023. February range. Let's mark this here. Bam, bam, bam. Point of control. Bang. Now let's go see how we did against that. So here it is, right? We busted through that range of February 2023, busted above that huge, just almost fully rotated range on one candle alone. And now we're pulling back here on the daily. If we jump down to the 1 hour, pulling back down, looking at this VWAP as support right now, which is at 0.0551, holding that support. If not, we're going to be coming back down to the point of control of that February 2023 range, which is 0.0047. And if we can't hold that, then we're going to be retesting the value area low. We definitely want to stay above this point of control, build some support here, and then continue on the way back up, right? We want to, worst case, consolidate, come down here, retest this, right? And then consolidate before moving up again. Just because the move has been so parabolic in this one day, this daily candle, that it is huge. Look at this huge wick, and that huge wick is a lot of selling pressure. So if we want to stay above these levels, we need to consolidate here, go sideways. So we're completely oversold right now. Oh man, let me get rid of this brush. We're completely oversold right now at chart prime, market cipher kind of thing. Same thing as well. Momentum wave towards the top. Probably going to get a red dot here at some point. Just going to have to come down. Just been too much parabolic movement. Huge gains been done, right? People took massive profits up here. So let's hope this point of control of 0.047 holds, and then we can see some consolidation here. Guys, I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Tap that screen, keep it rocking and rolling. If you want to watch the whole thing in a better environment, then go check out over here, right over here. I'm live right here, right now. You guys can go check that out. So we definitely appreciate that. Give me a second here. I actually forgot to do a little something. Content. All right, that's done. Perfect. Perfecto, mi amigos. So yeah, definitely go check it out over here if you want to see some better production value. Yep, just pulled back, but I think it's gonna come back. Yeah, for sure, it can definitely come back. Izzy, it just needs to consolidate. It's had a massive run, so definitely not saying that it's bearish or anything. I'm hearing bull run for another month. Uh, I'm not sure. What's your thoughts on LCX? So yeah, I'll pull up LCX again. We covered it earlier in the stream. So LCX right now, right, has got this downward trend, right, creating lower highs, not being able to hold above this trend line, as you guys can see here. We need to continue holding 25 cents. If 25 cents is lost, then the next local bottom here, which is the area where we failed last time, was 23 cents. Right, we need to hold that. If that is lost, then we're heading towards this value area high of this range for January, for the end of January, which puts us at 20 cents, which we wicked at here in this last big drop below. So if 20 cents doesn't hold, then we're gonna have to reevaluate some other ranges, some other levels, some potential lower drops. But I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Right now we're at 27 cents. If we come down to 20 cents, that's a 24% drop. That's a decent pullback for an altcoin. But there, does not mean that we're going to do that right now. We can continue staying inside this, downward trend, holding the support of 25. It's kind of built in a triangle. And if we break above it, then we can continue moving back up towards the local highs. If we break lower, then we'll take a look at that as well. But for now, we're just consolidating here between holding support of 25 cents is what it's doing. It's building support, right? Because it's just had such a massive run, right? From just at the end of December, it was literally at 0.06, right? 6 cents. And since the ending of December, which was December 29th to where we're at right now, the current price, we're up 322% in a matter of 63 days, right? So in 2 months, we pumped 322%, all the way to its top of 34 cents. It was 400, and it was 438% in 41 days. So, huge, massive move. Now we're consolidating and we're moving a little bit lower. So that's just consolidation after massive price discovery. So overall, in the long term, should remain bullish, should still continue doing good. It just is what it is. I'm gonna drop a little poll here. Let me guys know. Do you guys think Bitcoin's gonna break an all-time high before the halving? Da 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 da. There it is. All right. Let's take a look back at Agix, AGXT. Let's take a look at Syncus Dow. See where we're at right here. Syncus Dow creating a double bottom, right? Trying to push towards that 0.008. That's the neckline here for this double bottom situation. And we can get above that, would be super bullish for Syncus Dow. We're at 32 mil right now. It's up 11% in the last 24 hours. So let's freaking go. It's been, it hit this local support here, this local high, and it got rejected. It came back up, took it, and now we're kind of ranging between this local high and this neckline of this massive double bottom. So, once we can get above 0.008 and hold that, I think we're going to hold it, right? Because as you can see, we've broken above it twice and it's been wicks, right? We wicked above it, and got rejected. We can break above this thing and hold. We're going to be going into price discovery here for this crypto. This thing's a huge double bottom. This is on the daily chart, right? This is the daily. It's not the 15 minutes, not the 5 minutes, nothing like that. It's literally the daily. And it's had some massive consolidation, creating a double bottom here. So very, very bullish for the chart for Syncus Dow. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Let's look at some news articles, see what's going on in the crypto news sector of things. Grayscale files for privacy ETF with SEC Zcash part of offering. Very interesting. Very interesting. A privacy ETF. That that is that I did not expect. Let me tell you, that actually is taking me by surprise. Analyst predicts $500,000 per Bitcoin if this happens. Let's see. Who's the analyst and what is this situation? I've been calling for a super cycle, so ain't nobody going to be taking my ideas here. Max Kaiser, a Bitcoin expert, predicts a surge in Bitcoin value beyond 500,000. Oh gosh, Max Kaiser, an expert. Okay, he's a huge Bitcoin maxi, guys. So there's a huge bias there. This comes as he foresees a U.S. stock market crash of unprecedented scale, reminiscent of the late 1880s. Well, that's a huge assumption that Bitcoin will break away from the stock market, right? If that were to happen, and that is saying Bitcoin emerge as a safe haven asset in the collapsing market, that would be huge. Of course, that would make Bitcoin pump drastically, right? That would be super bullish for Bitcoin, and I hope that does occur. But that is a huge assumption. There is still a very good chance that Bitcoin could just drop along with the stock market. I'm hoping that's not the case, just because US dollars, right? Bitcoin is actually hard money and is actually way more profitable. And I believe that the reason why the Bitcoin ETF has been approved and they're accumulating as much Bitcoin as they are is because they're anticipating a stock market crash, and they're trying to hedge their bets with Bitcoin. It's better hold Hopper, LOL. So yeah, Hopper, Tim Jones, crypto, really appreciate it. Jumping in here from the tubes. I would appreciate if you were over there instead, but regardless, I'll take it. So Hopper is one that I actually hold a small bag of as well, and they're a privacy crypto, 22 mil market cap, very small market cap in general, and yeah, their whole thing is Web3 privacy with being scalable and incentivized mixed net. So they're basically transmitting data without revealing the metadata, and so very very bullish on that narrative of privacy. We need a lot more of that in today's age. So let's jump back. So yeah, what would be the impact of an optimal allocation to Bitcoin? 2.3 mil, 19.4 million, 19.4% allocation, maximum Sharpe ratio, rolling 5-year time horizon. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Bitcoin can hit 500,000, just not right now. That has to be later down the line. Gold out, Bitcoin in. Investor predicts shift in hedging strategy. For sure. Why would you hedge the US dollar on gold when it's not outperforming? Gold is not outperforming inflation. It's not outperforming interest rates. It's not outperforming the decline of the dollar. Like, it's performing, but it's too slow. And at the end of the day, gold remains suppressed because everything we use in technology uses gold. If gold prices get too crazy, then all our technology products get crazy expensive as well, because it has a bunch of gold components in it. Therefore, that's why gold needs to remain very, very suppressed. Bitcoin, on the other hand, doesn't have that problem, and Bitcoin will continue to move parabolic here against all other assets, and it's a way better hedge. Bitcoin has been the best performing asset in the last decade. Is going to continue outperforming gold. It's going to continue outperforming the stock market. It's going to continue outperforming anything else. It's better than holding real estate. Obviously, you can't live in Bitcoin. That's the only thing. But maybe someday we can all live in the metaverse. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. The famous company predicting $148,000 for Bitcoin says strong bull rally in Bitcoin altcoins is beginning. It's beginning, dude. It's been here. It's been here. Tron burns over 12.62 million Tron tokens as fee revenue hits all-time high. Tron's a bunch of fugazi. When new Bitcoin high, Michael Saylor triggers community with enthusiasm. Okay, let's see another Bitcoin maxi. Right, I've actually interviewed him in person, spoken to him in person. He's always said never sell your Bitcoin, yada yada yada. But huge holder of Bitcoin, pushing the narrative for Bitcoin, holding a lot of Bitcoin under MicroStrategy. Bitcoin hitting new all-time high in fiat. When would it hit new all-time highs? The majority of these countries are based in African continent. So Bitcoin to 500K, Max Kaiser. That's the same thing as the other thing before. So where did it actually say? Well, Yeah, it's hitting new all-time highs in other countries like Japan, Laos, Nigeria, Pakistan, Turkey, and many others. Bitcoin has been hitting new all-time highs because their currencies are sinking extremely, extremely fast. Tim Jones says, "There, I'm back on the dark side." I appreciate it, Tim Jones. I appreciate it. So that article is a bunch of fugazi as well. Famous Bitcoin bull Mike Novogratz announces his new prediction: Bitcoin price will fall to this level at most. The rally will continue from here. Okay, let's see. This guy has been wrong for a long time, but we'll see. The famous CEO known to support his Bitcoin currency, yada yada yada, could fall to 42,000. Yeah, that's possible. At most, if it experiences a correction, yeah, that's very possible. 42,000 is very possible. I expect there would be a decline in Bitcoin, but I don't expect a huge decline. However, I think Bitcoin may decline to a maximum of 42,000. Yeah, that would probably be the worst case scenario, and I'll do some TA on it right now to show you guys why. I can somewhat agree with that. So let me turn off some of these things here. So from where we're at right now, turn off these daily levels. From where we're at right now, at 51,000, dropping down to 42 is an 18% drop. Only 18%. That's actually not a drastic drop for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is known to drop 30-40% in bull runs. So is that going to be different now with the ETFs? Maybe not. We don't know. But an 18% correction is not out of the cards for Bitcoin if it does have a correction. So 42,000 is definitely on the cards for that. And I honestly believe, meanwhile, we stay above 42,300. This isn't the correct chart to show those macro levels. Let me jump on over here. Bam. This is the more macro level stuff. Meanwhile, here's my target, right? Which is the 2024 open, right? Bitcoin opened up at 42,300. 42,300. That's the price that I opened up in 2024. Meanwhile, we stay above that. Bitcoin is in a bullish momentum. And as you can see, we've bounced off of that. We've hit some other levels and we've had a massive run since then. Right? We've pumped since that 42,000 all the way to where we're up 22%. 22, we were up as high as 24%. So huge run for Bitcoin. Could we have an 18% pullback? Absolutely. Very, very possible for sure. Let's see what else we have here. What was his price prediction? What's the actual? So 42,000 is the bottom. Where is he thinking it's gonna go? Says 42,000, 42,000. Says spot Bitcoin instant flows are not only an indication of great institutional interest, but a harbinger of eventual rise period. Still think yada yada. He actually didn't give a price prediction on to the upside on this article, but it's very logical that when you're looking at these things, basically, meanwhile the ETFs are accumulating more Bitcoin than what is being mined and what Grayscale is selling, the price is going to continue increasing because the demand versus the supply, right, is the demand is increasing and the supply is going to be decreasing here in the next 2 months, right? By the end of April, the halving event is going to occur. The Bitcoin miners are going to produce half the amount of Bitcoin that they were producing before, and things are going to drop in supply onto the market. The ETFs are still, the demand for the ETFs continue to be the same or increase. That means they're gobbling up more of the supply. The supply and demand, right? Simple economics 101 indicates price movement to the upside. So definitely very, very bullish. Definitely extremely, extremely something to be aware of to keep track of how much the ETFs are buying is very, very good. Ondos Finance integrates tokenized treasuries onto Aptos. Good for them. DeFi startup Elor Finance bounces back with revamped lending. Privy launches to ease onboarding to consumer crypto apps. Yada, yada, yada. VeChain could rise 58x to 9 cents or 146x to 2.4. That's a little drastic. Let me tell you. Let's see. That's 90 cents. Why did I say 9 cents to 90 cents, or 146 to $2.2 and 40 cents? That's drastic. I would be happy with just a 25x, but sure, why not? These articles sometimes are so ridiculous. Let's see what's happening for Ethereum. Massive Ethereum whales make surprising move after Ethereum hits 3,000. What? He took profits? What a surprise. Ethereum 3K breakout party, partly fueled by dealer hedging. Yeah, Ethereum ETF is coming, guys. The Ethereum ETF is coming. Ethereum price forecast 4 factors that could push ETH to 4,000 in March. All of those are Fugazi articles. Aave deploys DeFi protocol on BNB chain. Good for them. Aave is another DeFi play. A lot of borrowing and lending happening there. Spark, a MakerDAO subnet, is thriving as DeFi TVL hits 3.2 billion. Good. That's huge. I'm telling you, DeFi is going to be a huge player when it comes back. People are very still kind of traumatized from DeFi from the last bull run, but whether you like it or not, or you're scared of it or not, scared money don't make no money. And DeFi is going to be huge once again. Lido 1-inch partner for faster ST ETH and these other derivative ETH, collateralized ETH. Let's see what else we got. DeFi on Bitcoin blockchain could accumulate 225 billion. Pantera Capital says, of course, Bitcoin's ecosystem is going to gobble up a ton of money, especially when the DeFi is fully rocking and rolling over there. Liquid restaking protocol puffers rakes in 1 billion in deposits just 3 weeks. Holy smokes, that's a lot. Solana DeFi total value locked tops 2 billion again. DeFi devs get real-time Bitcoin ETF data with, guess who? Pith Network. Who's been telling you about Pith Network? I have. I've been talking to you about Pith Network as an alternative to a Chainlink, and API 3 is another alternative, but Pith Network is going to make a name for itself in this bull run. 100% of the people voting believe that on the tubes believe that Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high before the halving. That would be a huge indicator that the super cycle theory is going to be taking place and is taking place at that moment, and it's blast off time. Let's check out DeFi Llama. Let's look at some of this TVL as being locked to some of these different platforms. So Ethereum's TVL is 59.95 billion. You can see it's been slowly growing here. Let's check out Arbitrum. 4 billion. Solana. 3.5 billion. Okay. It's growing. See Bitcoin's TVL. Bitcoin's TVL is at 1.6 billion. Huge shot up in the last couple of days. We were in the 300 and we bounced up. What happened here that is making this thing bounce so hard? Interesting. I don't see what's making Bitcoin bounce so hard. Investor node, capital, volume. Interesante. Huge move. Volume, fees. You guys can't even see that. Sorry about that. All right, let's go look at Polygon. TVL is 1.03 billion. Avalanche, 1.1 billion. And I think Avalanche can surpass Solana. Their marketing, their ecosystem, their subnet technology, everything that they're doing is very, very bullish. Optimism, 1 billion. Sui only has 682 mil. But it's been look at this thing. This thing's been taking off since October. Just massive move up, growing in TVL very, very rapidly. I actually thought this was already in the billion, and it's not. That's surprising. Manta, same thing. Huge move up, 700 mil. Pulse chain, 500. Pulse chain is poopaloop. Base, 400. Cardano, 479. Huge run up as well. Big growing ecosystem here on Cardano. People are fading Cardano, but I think Cardano's gonna do very well. Chronos 451 million, but this thing has been straight down. Their DeFi game is not up to par right now, but they need to pick it up, and I think they will when the bull run really takes off. When the bull run really takes off. Well, guys, I think that's all I got for you guys today right now so far. So I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. If you're not part of my community, make sure you click on the bio and join my community. Stay up to date with everything that's going on. So I appreciate every single one of you guys here. And like always, question everything, trust nothing. And until next time, see ya.